sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BV Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bvmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bvmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Doug Stewart here to tell you about my man Smooth at smoothtickets.com. Smooth's got the tickets for everything that you need in the world of sports, concerts, or theater. I don't care what it is. I don't care where it's at in this great land of ours. My man Smooth at smoothtickets.com, he got them tickets. I'm telling you, boxing, baseball, NBA, NFL, country music concerts, hard rock, hip-hop, theater, Broadway, he's got them all. And if he don't have them, there ain't none. I'm telling you, smoothtickets.com. Once again, that's smoothtickets.com, or give him a call at 404-374-1150. Once again, that's 404-374-1150. You got to tell him, though, that I sent you. You got to tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Once again, smoothtickets.com. That's smoothtickets.com. Yeah!
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
This is a warning. Profanity is coming up. So if you're at your office and you got the volume up, you might want to turn it down right about now.
Who y'all talking to, man? Check it out. Check it out. This here goes out to all the niggas that be fucking mad bitches in other niggas' cribs. Thinking shit is sweet. Nigga creep up on your ass. Live niggas respect it. Check it. I kick flows for ya, kick down doors for ya, even left all my motherfucking hoes for ya. Niggas think Frankie pussy whip, nigga picture that with the Kodak, instant attack, we don't get down like that. Lay my game down quite flat, sweetness, when you park that, petiteness, but that ass fat. She got a body, make a nigga wanna eat that. I'm fucking with you, the bitch official though, think harder than a missile, yo. Try to hit it if she trippin', disappearing like Arsenio. Yo, the bitch push a double O with the 5 in front. Probably a conniving stunt. Y'all drive in front. I'ma peel with her. Find a deal with her. She fuck around and steal, huh? Then we all get laced. Televisions, Versace heaven. When I'm up in them, the shit she kick, all the shit's legit. She get dick from a player off the New York Knicks.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. So y'all know the story behind this. Who was it? Big Pun? I think Big Pun came out a couple of months ago and said that the New York Knicks player that Biggie was talking about in this song was rest in peace, the great Anthony Mason. Wow. I got a story to tell. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Genius. This man told a story from beginning to end in like 3 minutes. Like a very vivid, like you could be there. You could see yourself being there at the scene when Biggie was telling this story, about, running up in this house with this chick, and this dude came home, he played for the New York Knicks. Just very vivid imagination. Just a genius. A lyrical genius. The one little line, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. We're brought to you by FireFan.com. FireFan.com is here. Join my league while you still can now. Use promo code TDSS once again at FireFan.com. Go to FireFan.com. On the very first page, use the promo code TDSS. Once again, that's at FireFan.com. They bring you the Doug Stewart Show. While I'm thinking about it, if you want to get down with this week's The Doug Stewart Show Weekly Fantasy Football Challenge on DraftKings, which later on in today's show we'll give you the wrap-up report from last week in the Doug Stewart Show League as well as the DraftKings League, so stay tuned for that. But if you want to get in this week's league and you haven't received an email before, if you played before and you haven't received an email yet, if you didn't receive an email this morning inviting you for this week's league, email me again at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. I don't know how this thing works on DraftKings, but I thought that if you had played in a league before that we had your email, but a lot of people saying they aren't getting it. So if you want to get down with the league this week, email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com, and in the subject line, just put DraftKings, and we'll send you out an invite. But we've already sent invites out this morning. So look in your inbox. And there should be hopefully, there's an invite there for this week's TDSS Weekly Fantasy Football Challenge on DraftKings. The one little line that I read in Big E's bio and saying, considered as one of the best artists in hip-hop music, Wallace was described by All Music as the savior of East Coast hip-hop. All Music never lied. I mean, they never lied. I mean, for, I don't know, let's see, this was 1980, 90, for the first 15 or so years of hip-hop, it was totally dominated by East Coast. And this is a little education for the greenhorns out there. So let's just go back to 1980, and it probably was a little bit later than that. Since 1980, from 1980 at the beginning of hip-hop till like the mid-90s, hip-hop was all New York. I mean, it was all New York. Now, you did have NWA, and Dr. Dre and those cats come in, but still it was dominated by East Coast hip-hop. And when I say East Coast, I don't mean East Coast, I mean New York, pretty much. And then Death Row came, okay? Death Row came, and then Death Row just dominated for a couple of years. And for the most part, man, New York rappers weren't getting any love. It was all about Death Row. It was all about, Tupac. It was all about Snoop Dogg, and it was all about Death Row Records. Suge Knight, and they were dominating. They were. I mean, it was no, shame in that. I mean, they had a good product. And then Biggie came out, man, and he brought it back to the East Coast single-handedly. Yes. Single-handedly. Single-handedly. Biggie brought it back to the East Coast. When I say brought it back, I mean cats were still rapping, but Biggie brought it back where they were in direct competition, and then we had this East Coast, West Coast thing that ultimately resulted, which is tragic. But yeah, I mean, I think it was Biggie, and then shortly after Biggie came DMX, and a lot of, rappers came from Bad Boy in itself. You had Lil' Kim. You had a bunch of artists that came under Bad Boy. And Bad Boy and Biggie Smalls in particular, man, they brought it back. He single-handedly saved East Coast hip-hop. He did. That's a true statement. He did. Yeah. And so, man, I mean, crazy. We paying homage to the great Notorious B.I.G. today. And later on today at 12 noon Eastern time, my man Kesey with the Kicking It With Kesey show talks to this cat, Real People Music. Yeah, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. You see the title of today's show, but I thought cheaters never won. That derives from Jim Kelly, former Buffalo Bills quarterback, Hall of Fame quarterback, the K-gun offense, you remember him? Jim Kelly proclaims that Tom Brady is the best quarterback in NFL history. After the win this past weekend, the New England Patriots beat the Buffalo Bills. Here's what Jim Kelly had to say. Quote, the consistency, every single year he does it, and he doesn't have all time the greatest players around him. A lot of times they are in and out. Like Wes Walker is gone, a couple other guys are gone. He does have a great one in Rob Gronkowski, but the thing is, he makes it work, and it doesn't matter what it is. Now, let me say this, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. If you listen to me on this show and on the Two Live Stews for the past 16 years, you'll remember there was a time that I was echoing the same sentiments as Jim Kelly. Like I had said it. I was on record. I probably said it on First Take a couple of times, that Tom Brady was the best quarterback that ever played the game. If you look at the guys that he had to play with him in New England, like he always has second-tier, third-tier type receivers. Until that year when the Patriots had Randy Moss, he always did it with like Troy Browns of the world. Like he always did it with second-tier guys, okay? And he was dominant, okay? And so I said that. I actually put him ahead of Joe Montana, which was an incredibly bold thing for me to say back in 2004 or 5 or whenever it was. It was. And so I want to say that for the record. But that being said, I am more about consistency on this show and keeping it real, okay? Tom Brady is a convicted cheater. Stop for a second. Listen to the Doug Stewart Show. If you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, I need you to sit down and take this all in. All right? I need you to sit down and take this all in. I'm going to repeat this one more time because I've said it many, many times for the Stewies. All right? You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, Bob Kraft, the owner, and that organization are convicted cheaters. The Patriots have paid close to $2 million in fines as a result of various cases of cheating. Now, whether you want to say some of these offenses were big or small, is they were all big in the eyes of the NFL because they felt like they needed to fine these cats. They need to take away draft picks. So it is what it is. My problem with Tom Brady and the conversation about Tom Brady is if you hear national media, if you hear people on the Puppet Factory, which is ESPN if you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, if you hear people on Fox, if you hear the commentators, if you hear all the analysts, no one talks about that aspect of the Patriots over the last 15 years, that they are convicted cheaters, okay? Imagine if, I don't know, any coach, put in Coach X or whatever, and put in quarterback Z. You know, I don't know, put in John Fox as the coach. Put in Cam Newton as the quarterback. Put in any other quarterback you could think of that, quote, unquote, wasn't quarterback of the New England Patriots, which, okay, once again, remember this, are in close proximity to the Puppet Factory. ESPN. Do you think in talking about the greatness of any other quarterback that you can think of, outside of Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, and Tom Brady, can you think of any other quarterback, an organization that has paid as many fines as the Patriots and Tom Brady has been suspended 4 games for, that if they had this same resume every single time they brought up their greatness, talking about analysts, if an analyst brought up their greatness, how certain are you, like I am, that they would also bring up the fact that they have been convicted cheaters? They have consistently been caught cheating over the last 15 years. That's the problem I got with the Patriots. That's the problem I got with Tom Brady, because I can't imagine any other quarterback, not in the same ilk as Tom Brady or Peyton Manning or somebody like that the media and the NFL absolutely loves and adores, that not being brought up every single time. And That's what we do around here, is we point things